What's up, guys? Welcome to Jade High, Higher Consciousness Through Movement, your source for learning to fuse yoga with dance and getting yoga classes and or tips for your at-home practice or on the go. So this week is a yoga class week as opposed to learning a yoga dance fusion track. So in order to prepare you for your next full class or encounter with some of the main staples in yoga, I'm going to be using this video to discuss the differences and details of 3 primary yoga postures: Warrior 1, Warrior 2, and Warrior 3. All right, first up is a breakdown of Warrior 1. And to be honest, Warrior 1 might be my least favorite of all of the yoga postures. But it's possible that I feel this way because it can be sort of confusing. At the beginning of my yoga journey, I always overthought what Warrior 1 should be. The inner dialogue in my head was, how big is this lunge? I think it's something like Warrior 2. I'm not really sure of the difference. Where are my hips facing? What do I prioritize here? Can anybody help me? Good news, I can be that person for you. I've got some pointers that are going to help you out.
Let's build Warrior 1 beginning with the lower body. A heel-to-heel connection is what we're looking for, meaning the front heel is in alignment with the back heel, and the back foot is slightly turned out. Find a really strong and stable lower body here. Once you're prioritizing that stable lower half, you'll probably start to realize that your hips naturally turn out a bit. They are not exactly square to the front. That's what we want. We want to allow that freedom for the hips to open slightly. Let's take a look at the front knee. We want that front knee in alignment over the ankle, with gentle resistance pushing outward, and the back foot pressing down firmly into the mat, especially along the outer perimeter. Press down into the earth with both legs feeling strong and stable. Once you feel strong and stable on the bottom, you simply lengthen your arms up overhead, doing your very best to square your shoulders off to the front.
Next up, Warrior 2, my favorite. This is the pose that always makes me feel the most powerful.
Different from Warrior 1, Warrior 2 emphasizes a heel to arch connection, more specifically the front heel in line with the center arch of the back foot. You want to make sure that the front knee is stacked over the front ankle and that its energy is veering outward, not pronating inside. That's no good. Track the knee over the center of your toes. I like to remind myself of external rotation of the front leg and internal rotation of the back leg. That dichotomy of energy is really important in Warrior 2. Once the lower half is strong and planted, your attention travels up the body. Keep your hips underneath you and your ribs over your hips in the center of both legs. Your arms are an extension of your chest and your shoulders are in line. Take your focus up and past that front middle finger.
Next, Warrior 3, a second favorite of mine. I can always gauge my balance and strength on any particular day based on how I feel in Warrior 3. There's a lot going on in this pose, but let me cover the basic priorities.
As we arrive in Warrior 3, our body is attempting to mimic a capital letter T. It's really important that both hips face the floor in a parallel position. Naturally, that hip of the working leg will want to lift and rise a bit. So to counter that tendency and stay parallel in the hips, it might mean you put a slight bend through the supporting leg. Energetically, you want to pull the head of the femur or thigh bone up into the hip socket, flexing that back foot and trying to keep the tailbone and back heel in line, all 5 back toes facing down. The shoulders should maintain squareness to the ground. Now, you can give yourself some options in Warrior 3. Reaching the fingertips forward with straight arms, though classic, is likely the most difficult way to maintain this pose, due to more weight in the front. So you can try arms long by the sides or hands at heart center, just to test the different feelings.
hope this thorough and detailed breakdown of these 3 staple yoga postures gives you more knowledge and clarity than before. So I want to hear about anything new or different that you might have learned in this video. Please leave that in a comment below, or feel free to leave a comment with any sort of feedback that you might have for me. If you gained benefit from this video, I'd really appreciate it if you like, if you comment, and of course if you subscribe. Please share this video with your friends and your family. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Chelsea. This is Jade High, and I'll see you next Wednesday with a yoga dance fusion track. Bye!